morning, football fans, and welcome to 3 and Out right here on Ice Sports Radio, your directly for all that is sports. Let's go, y'all. It is Thanksgiving weekend. I hope that each and every one of you out there had an awesome Thanksgiving. That all of you ate as much as I did, because I definitely picked out, and that all of you enjoyed all the great football from morning to the night. It was so much fun. Well, for those of you who live on the other side of the country, from afternoon till I guess the deep night, but whatever. Regardless, it was a lot of fun. 3 really good games we're going to be getting into in just a few minutes. As a matter of fact, we already have one of our very own in the chat ready to rock and roll, if you know what I mean. This guy bearing down over there, our very own Adam Karnick. Well, we're going to get into that. And of course, we are going to get on into all of our awesome high school football. We crowned ourselves a champ last night in CIF Division 1. And boy, this was not the game I thought it was going to be. Let's be real, this is probably not the game a lot of us thought it was going to be. Who was it? We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. Also, we're going to get on into the 3-speed two-way semifinals are set. Who will be moving on to the national championship? Also, NJCAA is the same story, except for next week they'll have their semis and who will be heading on to their national championship. Division 3 now in the second round, Division 2 and NAIA all in the second round as they all run for their quest in history, college football history. Who will it be? We'll talk about that. Well, we'll talk about at least the previews for round 2. FCS playoffs starts today. Really excited for that. We'll go over that little bracket for y'all. And then, of course, we got ourselves some D1 football as rivalry week is here. Last night we had ourselves a good one, man. Go Cats. Arizona got it done. Huge game. And oh yeah, Texas Longhorns. We got to talk about those guys and plenty more, previewing the entire weekend of the NFL tomorrow. Lots of good games. We're going to have ourselves some fun. Those 2 jerseys over there in our little thumbnail picture, yeah, they'll be going head-to-head. We're going to have ourselves some fun today, y'all. Be ready to rock and roll. You are now tuned in live to 3 and Out right here on Ice Sports Radio. Your directly for all that is sports. Welcome, football fans around the world. How's it going, y'all? Tip of the cap to all of you. Top of the morning to everyone. It's rivalry week, baby, and I'm ready. I hope you're ready. Let's do this, man. I am Larry B. I'll be bringing the show to you for the next couple of hours. Well, about hour and a half. And, to do that, I always got to bring in my dude, man. He, of course, is the co-host of this show, the host of Set Point, our volleyball show here, as the tournament heats up. That's right, talking D1 volleyball and plenty more volleyball on Mondays. And, of course, our SoCal insider here at Ice Sports Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Ice Sports Radio Hall of Famer, my boy, man, Mr. Teran Rodriguez. Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Doing good, Larry. I'm ready for this week of college football, high school football, NFL. It is rivalry week all around, so I had to rock the USC gear.
Well, let's hope this team doesn't do something stupid today.
Please, no.
We'll talk about that game coming on up. And, of course, always great to have you. Teran, how was your Thanksgiving, sir?
It was good. I was able to celebrate it this year. I celebrated it with my stepdad and my family and his brother and sister. So it was a good Thanksgiving.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, I'm really happy to hear that. Happy to hear it was a great day. And, hey, man, that's all you can ask for these holidays, man. So really, really good. Same here. Had a good Thanksgiving. Ate lots of well, not turkey. We actually had ham, but ate lots of food. Ate lots of sweets. Probably too many. But it was delicious. Really enjoyed it. And we hope all of you out there had a wonderful Thanksgiving as well, especially with those football games, man, because there were some good ones. Oh, my gosh. There were some good ones. So Teran and I actually had ourselves, for those of you who know already, we had ourselves our Thanksgiving special that took place on Wednesday. We had a fun show there. And we got into everything. So we don't got to recap anything from this past weekend, but we do got to recap this week. And of course, those Thanksgiving games and last night's D1 games for dang sure. So, Teran, let's do this, man. Let's get into our element of football and get ready to talk all about this week. So, I guess we can go. You know what? I was going to start off with a little college, but screw it. I think the NFL. I think everyone's chomping at the bit right now for the NFL, right? That's where we are. So let's do this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get on into Thanksgiving football. And it was so much fun, man. Thanksgiving football never disappoints, right? As we always call it, hashtag NFL Thanksgiving. And boy, we had ourselves some good ones. Okay, we really did. Starting off in the morning, 10 a.m. our time, 1 p.m. for you East Coasters over there. Hey, look, every single year we always get those awesome Lions and Cowboys games. But kind of funny, I was expecting the opposite teams to win. Just gonna call it at that. So what are we talking about? Well, here it comes, man. This last past Thanksgiving, we had ourselves our first game of the day. Packers, Lions. And well, Theron, I don't know. This was a game where we kind of, it was a crapshoot. I really thought it would be a really fun game, but I honestly kind of thought if the Lions were we talked about it Wednesday, if the Lions are going to be serious, they got to win this game. And Darren, it just didn't happen. It didn't work out that way, man. It was a good game, but Jordan Love drops 4 touchdowns on Detroit, and Green Bay makes a statement on Thanksgiving, moving to 8-3-1 in the NFC North race. Explosive plays, perfect situational football, huge road trip win for Green Bay. How about those guys, man?
Oh, this was a pretty big win for the Packers. They swept the Lions, which in the season series, which is big. It also distances them from the Lions in terms of the NFC North race. So I think this was a great game for the Packers. And the fact that Jordan Love had himself that big of a performance was big. And can't forget about Dontavian Wicks, who had himself 2 touchdown catches, and he almost had 100 receiving yards. So it was big. I know the Lions did lose Amon-Ra St. Brown to injury, but still they were still in that game. It's just that I feel they might need to stop going for it on 4th down just because it's just not working out for them. I know Dan Campbell loves to be Dan Gamble, but you just kind of got to be safe at some point. So,
Darren, when you put that in our chat, that was hilarious. Dan Gamble strikes again. I was dying. That was hilarious, man. But it's the truth. I mean, he loves me and Dan Gamble. But let's be real, man. We got some chats already here. Good old Adam Karnak. I got all 3 T-Day games wrong.
You and us both, Adam.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting these. Yeah, I was. Well, these games were fun. They were fun, but boy, for some of these teams, it weren't very fun. So yeah, when it comes down to it, dude, I love the Lions. I think they're a good football team. I really want them to. I want them to win. I've been cheering for them for years, but I don't know, dude. As of right now, the teams that I've been really cheering for, obviously Buffalo, Detroit. They're just going backwards, and it sucks. I wish there was better news for those fans, right? But it's just not the case right now, man. So there you go. First game of the day down, and big victory there for the Packers. Moving on to the second game, Cowboys get this thing done, man. Dak Prescott delivers 320 freaking yards, clutch throws, and a huge 2-point conversion to take down Mahomes in a Thanksgiving thriller. Dallas climbs above 500, which is insane, and stays alive in the NFC playoff race. Do I have any words for this? I'm not sure, but this was crazy, man. Prescott, look, everyone's been on him for a long time. We've always said it. Dude's a good quarterback. It's just his team sucks, unfortunately. But when it comes down to it, they made some things happen. It was a pretty good day for those Cowboys, but but the Chiefs, man, Lucy, you have splaining to do. And that was crazy. I did not see this coming. Cowboys have been solid this year, to say the most about them. But this is just a question that this has been echoing since Thanksgiving. Is Dallas getting a little better, or are the Chiefs getting a little worse? Taryn, what do you think about this game, man?
I think it is the case of the Chiefs can't win on the road. They only have one road win to their name, and that was against the Giants, which isn't anything to ride home about. But the one thing I liked about this win was that Dak really bounced back after throwing an interception early. Because normally when you throw a quarterback or when you throw an interception on the first series of the game, you're pretty much just beating yourself up. But Dak really responded well after that, and he's got two of the best wide receivers in terms of like wide receiver duos in George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, and that's what really makes this Dallas Cowboys team scary. And don't look now, but this Dallas Cowboys team is on a heater, and they're right back in not only the playoff hunt, but they're back in the NFC East hunt, which is quite astounding if you ask me. I really think that this team is gelling at the right time.
They are, and it's crazy. I honestly have no I have no words for these guys. I didn't have very many high hopes for the Cowboys. They're a team that kind of fell off a cliff for me, and well, here they are now, looking pretty strong. So, congrats to those guys, man. Big victory. But yeah, the Chiefs are just there's issues. They got issues, and you know what, man? I don't know. Again, I talked about it in 8 divisions in 8 days back in August or back in July. People are starting to figure them out, man. The Chiefs are kind of old news, and they're starting to fall apart a little bit. They're still strong.
Didn't have Trey Smith.
They didn't have Trey Smith. So, I mean, huge. But I don't know, man. When it comes down to it, I just kind of feel like it's kind of dwindling a little bit. Will they still be a great team? Of course. Will they still be a playoff team? Of course. Super Bowl? I don't know. We'll see. But that's right now.
The good news is for the Chiefs is that 3 of their last 5 games are at home, and all those games are big games. They've got the Texans, the Chargers, then they've got the Broncos. The only 2 road games are against the Titans, which they should roll against, and the Raiders, which Larry, I hope the Raiders can beat the Chiefs, but if the Raiders play like they did last week, then I don't know.
Well, it's Aaron, you must be crazy, but it's okay. I like crazy people are fun. I enjoy hanging out with crazy people. Just kidding. But yeah, Adam Karnick, are the Cowboys gelling, or is the NFL the equivalency of every team has a run in them? Man, I don't know. I feel like this was just the Cowboys getting a little bit better, honestly.
And also, I think the Cowboys are playing for Marshawn Nealand. I really think that they're playing in his honor. And CeeDee Lamb said it best after they beat the Raiders. They don't want to just play that one game for Marshawn. They want to play every game in his honor. And I think that's what they're doing. And you got to give credit to the coaching staff as well. They're preparing the Cowboys for all these opponents, because they've beaten last year's Super Bowl participants in the Eagles and the Chiefs. That's not an easy thing to do.
It is pretty crazy, right? I mean, you think about it, you're like, wait, what? They beat who? But it's true. We'll see. We'll see what happens with these guys moving down the stretch. I mean, hey, who knows? I still don't see them as a deep playoff team, but oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Let's see what they can do against the Lions.
Right. Let's take game by game. Let's take game by game first, Cowboys fans. I'm not saying anything bad about them. I'm just saying, let's take game by game. All right. Let's see what these guys can do. But yeah, dude, let's move it on now. Okay, so that was pretty fun. And then, of course, final game of the evening, Thursday night football, if you will, on Thanksgiving. Joe Burrow returns, man, with authority. 2 touchdowns, steady command, and Cincinnati's defense forces 5 freaking Ravens turnovers to snap Baltimore's 5-game win streak in dominant fashion. This was a huge statement win for Cincinnati on Thanksgiving night. I don't know what's going to happen to this team moving forward, but I do know at the moment they're looking pretty scary, man. Burrow came back, and let's go. I'm sorry, dude. I did not see this one coming at all. Even with Burrow, I did not see this one coming.
Yeah, the big thing that I was surprised about is that the Bengals wound up having such a great game defensively, because normally they have the worst defense in the league, but they forced 5 turnovers against the Ravens, and the Ravens kind of shot themselves in the foot. I mean, they had the potential touchdown wiped away that went into the end zone for a touchback. Lamar unfortunately turned the ball over a few times. There was the forced fumble that was had. So I obviously think that this was not Baltimore's best game, and this is probably the worst game they could have ever chosen to have a lay an egg game. I don't want to say that the Ravens looked ahead to their next week's game against Pittsburgh, but I will say now it gets a little interesting in that AFC North race, just because the Steelers now are in control of their destiny before next week. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with Baltimore. But that's a bad loss right there if you're Baltimore. They cannot make the Bengals defense look like the 85 Bears. They just can't.
Well, it was hilarious. I'm sorry. I thought this was very funny to me because wow, like did that really just happen? Like the Ravens looked horrible. Like it was bad. These dudes look like they didn't even play the whole season. They look like crap. Adam Carnick says Joe Burrow should win league MVP every year. The Bengals are completely different with it, and it's true. Like,
yep,
we've talked about that with so many different quarterbacks in the past. Like for some reason, someone so plays defense. Like I get it. It does hype up the defense, and you just want to feed them and get them the ball back. But it's just, I don't know, man. To me, it's just like that should be no matter what. That should always be no matter what. That's frustrating. Just because or something, I get it. You're gassed. I understand that, because your quarterback sucks and they, keep you on the field as a defense. But overall, I don't know. Defense should always be that dominant. But it was a really, really, really good day for those Bengals, man. Congratulations. Just really, really, really good. And when you think about it, man, you just think about the possibilities with Joe Burrow. How far can this team, as of right now, I think it's a little too late. They're not doing anything. But stay healthy next year, man. These Bengals are gonna be right back in the conversation, Teran.
Oh yeah, indeed. They need to keep Joe Burrow healthy as possible. I mean, they can't just keep doing this every year where they start 3-8 and they have to play catch up to everybody. It just doesn't work that way. And I mean, they have an outside shot at the playoffs. They'd have to win the division, but that would be implying that the Steelers and Ravens collapse down the stretch. So overall, it's good momentum for next year. But honestly, they shouldn't be making the playoffs. I don't see them making the playoffs unless they're winning the division.
Yeah, that's this division this year. That's it. That's all they're gonna do is be fighting for hey, good finish. Right? I mean, that's it, Teran. That's what we're gonna fight for. Hey, we're gonna fight for a finish strong and try to pick up next year. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? At this point in time, it happens. Injuries happen. They suck. We don't like them. It's a part of the game, though. So next year, let's see. Let's see what these guys can do. I think it's a little too late. But then again, I don't know. Crazier things have happened, Teran. But it was awesome, though. Congratulations to these guys. And really, really fun game. Overall, I was not expecting it. Was not expecting that at all. What's going on, Marcus Lowe's? Great salute to you, good sir, as well. And my boy Marcus, well, thank you, good sir, for tuning in, man. Appreciate you guys, Mr. Adam Carnick up in here, just having fun with us. We appreciate you guys tuning in this morning, man. We're having a lot of fun on air. And I gotta tell you right now, this is gonna be a fun one. So, all right, guys, sorry about that. Computer froze for like a second. So, okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and move it on now. We have ourselves. We got all into those Thanksgiving games, man. Hopefully, you enjoyed them all and enjoyed Thanksgiving. Darren, let's go ahead and get a quick recap from this past week in Division 1. Well, a couple fun ones, man. I mean, Bowling Green, they take down UMass 45. Wait, let me change the banner. Hold on. Whoops, I got a little ahead of myself. Going on to the FBS, Darren. I know we're gonna get into Black Friday in a few minutes, but there's a reason why I'm doing this. So really quick, I just want to run through these really fast just to catch up to Friday's games. So Bowling Green, man, they take down UMass to 14 behind a huge day from Aiden Dendy. Dendy, he has 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. Amazing job for him. And UMass, man, they continue to suck. They're at 0-12 now. The Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan rivalry game is always fun, right? That, of course, we talked about that a couple days ago. Which was a fun game. Western Michigan getting the better of Eastern Michigan, 31-21. And then, of course, Memphis, we talked about this game. Fun game here. Navy battles back and beats the Memphis 28-17. So we talked about those 3 games from earlier in this week. But this week, man, on Black Friday, okay, so now I know we got to go back to the NFL. I'm jumping around a little bit. I'm trying to keep it chronological. So those, if you guys didn't catch those from earlier in the week, we talked about those in the FBS. And then we'll go ahead back to the NFL now, going on to Black Friday's games. So, Darren, Black Friday is a day where everybody goes insane and, there's a full moon and everyone freaks out and stands in line for basically all of Thanksgiving and they're in line for about 12 hours and then they get in the store when it opens and they're bashing people's heads in with with appliances that they're gonna buy and fighting over TVs and drop kicking old ladies and trampling over old guys and punting babies. I'm just kidding. We're getting too crazy here, but yeah, Black Friday brings out the most ugliest in everybody. But nowadays it's getting a little bit better because of the online. But Black Friday is a holiday that I don't even know why it's a holiday, but it's where everybody goes extremely crazy and goes extremely crazy to save $15. It's insane. Now, to me, I always thought that was really stupid. And I've never been a fan of Black Friday. And I like to laugh at all the people who like to go out there and try to save $10 because it's ridiculous. But this last past Black Friday, for those people who were going crazy over this game, I'll take that. Because, yeah, it's always a weird day anyway, because everyone's wasting tons of time and, they're jumping over $1 to make a dime, apparently. You know what I mean? Like this, it's that kind of thing with Black Friday, Teran. But in the football world, things got a little crazy as well. And boy, oh boy, this was crazy. The Chicago freaking Bears just knocked off the defending Super Bowl champions. Someone explain to me how this is going. I still don't like Caleb Williams. Still not a fan. But whatever. Chicago marches into Philly and hands the Eagles a tough home loss behind Caleb Williams' clutch throws. He played well, but my guy's 130-yard game and a defense that controlled the freaking day. A.J. Brown balled out, but it wasn't enough, man. Chicago tightens its grip on the NFC North, and Aaron, this is something I did not think I was going to say all year long. There's the real deal, man.
Yeah, this is just baffling if you ask me. First and foremost, Chicago, what they did was what I kind of expected them to do in a sense. They controlled the time of possession. They ran the ball really well. And my old saying, the best way to stop a great offense, an opposing team's great offense, is by keeping them off the field. And that's what the Bears did. Even though the Eagles' offense has kind of left a lot to be desired. Time of possession was 39 minutes and 18 seconds to 20 minutes and 42 seconds in favor of the Bears. So the fact that Chicago did that was quite astounding. Their run game really paid dividends. And Chicago actually had 2 100-yard rushers for the first time since 1985. And we all know what happened in 85 that year. So overall, it was an amazing win for Chicago. This was a statement win on the road. They did that. They beat Philadelphia. And I will say Caleb Williams wasn't his greatest, especially with the wins, but still, when you have a great rushing attack, and even though Williams did throw a touchdown, the offense looked pretty solid and the defense did their job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Eagles, I don't know what's going on with them. The Eagles are just struggling offensively. Even in their wins, they're struggling offensively, but now they've lost 2 in a row to the Cowboys and the Bears. Thankfully, they've got a lot of time left before their next game where they have to head down west to take on my Chargers. So we shall see what the Eagles can do. But for now, this is kind of a cause for concern.
Teran, it was crazy, man. I I was not expecting this at all. You're totally right. Taking down the Eagles, not an easy task. But then again, this year it's been a little easier for some teams. I don't know why. Again, changing of the guard, I don't know. But Adam Carnick's having a ball in the comments, by the way. And NFL should offer tickets to Black Friday games at 85% off. I mean, if you how
Give
much
us free
blood
airfare and I'll take it.
how much blood do you want, Adam? We already see it, okay, at Target and Walmart, okay. How much more do you want? How much more carnage do you want people to fight? Now that'd be a freaking crazy deal. But the Bears dominated, and Teran, they did. The Bears beat the hell out of the Eagles, man. It was the score didn't even show it. It was even worse than the score. I honestly, they dominated in every phase, man. The Eagles looked horrible, and the Bears looked like they were on their way to the Super Bowl tomorrow. Like it was really, really good. Really good performance. I can't say enough about these guys, man. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to be saying that this year. I have them my dead last team, and I had the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings all fighting for first place. Now it's actually kind of the opposite. The other three can't seem to get it together, but maybe they can, but maybe they can't, but maybe they are, but maybe they're not, kind of thing. Fighting, because they're just fighting, but they're fighting for the bottom right now to not be the bottom. And then you have the Bears that just look really good. So it's crazy, man. I was not expecting this, but I will say it was a really fun game, man. And congratulations to these guys, dude. They deserved it. They really did. They deserved it. It was a really good, hard-fought game. The Bears look really good right now. These guys are top. They're top of the NFC North. They're looking good, and they're playing good football. So let's see what these guys can do. I'm very excited to see what what they look like moving forward. And overall, this is a really, really, really solid team, and that I just been trying to say was kind of fluky-ish, but they're the real deal, man, especially after that day. So Adam says they dominated with Caleb having a subpar game, which I think he always has a subpar game, and the defense still missing a lot of starting LBs. Well, there you go. So the point is they still haven't peaked, and it's true. It's true. Again, and I'm sorry, not the biggest fan of Williams. I just don't see it. But when they play together as a team, any team can be really, really good. And that defense, dude, they're playing. They played well. I think honestly, I think the defense was more impressive. Kind of like how you talked about earlier, how you talked about Dallas's defense, or sorry, the Bengals defense. Dude, to me, that was more impressive. Like, like the defense was way more impressive in this game because they freaking dominated. I mean, they stopped. That's the old saying, right? If they don't score, we don't lose. So it was a good game, man. I mean, they kept the Eagles at bay. It was a fun game, and overall, great job. Great job to the Bears, man. So, any last comments on those games, Darren, or that one?
I think Chicago's Ben Johnson might be putting himself up for Coach of the Year because he's really turned around Chicago, and Chicago has just been missing a good coach. I mean, they have a good team on paper year after year, but I just feel that having that right coach is what's holding them back. And I think with Ben Johnson, I think they're going to have they're in a great position going forward. So keep an eye on Ben Johnson being Coach of the Year, possibly.
Oh, I can see that. I'm telling you, man, this team, I'm glad we need to talk about them today. This team is just a very solid football team, and they should be very proud. They should be very proud. This was one hell of a game, and they look solid, man. So, yeah, they stopped the tush push, and they did. This is a good football team, man. They everything was hitting for them yesterday on all cylinders.
The tush push.
They're good, man. I like this team a lot right now. I think the Bears have changed my thoughts a little bit, and we'll see. let's see what they can do. I really am interested in paying very close attention to this team. How well will they be down the stretch? This is it. Thanksgiving's it. This is that part, that push where if you can stay strong up to this point, you have a chance. And now December comes and you fight like hell in December. If you haven't been dominant all year, well, now's the time to be dominant. So, last year on Black Friday, the Bears were firing Matt Eberflus. Yeah, this year they upset the defending champions. What a year can do, right? Someone tell the Raiders that. So, yeah, dude, it's crazy, man. So anyway, there we go. Black Friday football. So again, we're gonna go jump back over to the FBS really quick and jump on into Friday's games. So obviously, Teran, we talked about those other games from earlier in the week. I know I kind of just went really fast over Thanksgiving, but yes, we had a Thanksgiving game, Navy and Memphis. It was a really fun one. Navy battles back to beat Memphis 28-17. Alex Texa leads the charge with 103 yards and 2 touchdowns as the midshipmen move to 9-2. How about that game, Teran, on Thanksgiving? A little college Thanksgiving game.
Well, that's a big win for Navy just because that kind of puts them in a good position going forward in terms of the American Conference standings because they're 7-1. North Texas is 7-1. So that means that they still have to wait until for Tulane. I mean, I think there's like a bunch of scenarios where it all depends on what'll happen with the Tulane game, but Navy should be in a good position to make the American the AAC conference. So we'll have to wait and see, but that's a massive win right there for Navy. I think Navy really is a solid team, and if they didn't if they didn't lose to North Texas, then we're talking about this team possibly being a potential candidate to make the college football playoff, and they could still be. It's just going to all depend on what happens. What happens with Tulane, and then what happens with the computer system. So there you have it.
Dude, crazy, right? Pretty cool. I love that, though. I love that. I love how we, you can take a look at these things and say, hey, that's what we could possibly see moving forward. So great stuff there on Thanksgiving Day. And then Friday's games, Teran, they were about as crazy as, well, they're not as crazy as Black Friday people, but they were pretty crazy. So I'm going to run through a lot of these really quick. Give me your thoughts on them. Of course, I'll just save it to the end. But all right, so yesterday we had some fun ones, man. Indiana, Purdue. It's like Purdue wasn't even there. Indiana 56-3. Of course, right? 12-0 now for Indiana. 152 yards from Roman Hembley. It was dominating game, and that's pretty much it. Texas A&M, number 3. What a shakeup for the playoffs now, man. The Texas Longhorns, just when we thought, as I've called them all year, they're the worst good team in college. Well, guess what? They knocked off A&M yesterday. Stunning number 3 Texas A&M, 27-17 in Austin. Man, Quinn Wisner runs wild for 155 yards. That's the Longhorns deal A&M its first loss of the freaking year. What? How? Crazy, right? Georgia. Oh, but this one was a fun one, man. Georgia, number 4, Georgia survives 16-9 in a tough defensive battle. Georgia Tech, man, just brought it. But Bulldogs clinch this win. But I'll tell you right now, man, number 11, Georgia Tech, they hung tight with these guys, man. You got to give Haynes King is great. You got to give him his flowers, man. 181 yards, solid. Then we have the Egg Bowl, classic Thanksgiving game, right? Number 7, Ole Miss. They just get it done. They didn't stun nobody. They freaking got it done. 38-19. Taylon Chambliss throws 359 yards, 4 touchdowns. Rebels stay alive in the SEC race. You have number 13, Utah, rolling 31-21 behind a 253-yard, 3-touchdown performance from Dazin Dampier. I don't butcher his name, but it was a really, really good game there. Kansas's Devin Neal cracks 100+. But the Utes control this thing. You have the Territorial Cup, which was my favorite game from yesterday, man. Go Cats. It was a good game. Number 25 takes down Good old, what were they, 20, 21, I think, whatever they were, 20. Arizona State in the Territorial Cup, 23-7. It was a good game, man. Noah Fafita throws for 286 yards as the Wildcats lock down their Territorial Cup and get it done, get that rivalry game this year, and solid victory for them on the road too. Yeah, Iowa handling Nebraska 40-16 behind strong play from quarterback Mark Gronowski. It was a really, really, really good game. Good day for those guys. Good game, and a huge performance from Drew Vonham as well. So a tough one there for Emmett Johnson, though. 217 yards, an unfortunate loss for Nebraska. Ohio wins the shootout, 31-26. Quarterback Parker Navarro breaks loose for 121 yards, while Buffalo wide receiver racks up 122, which is pretty good, man. McMillan looked pretty good, 122 yards, but unfortunate loss for those guys. Kent State outlasts Northern Illinois in a thriller. Gavin Garcia runs for a career-high 151 yards in that game. Air Force powers past Colorado State 42-21. Owen Allen rushes for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. Crazy stuff there. But another good effort, unfortunately in vain. But Colorado State's quarterback, Brazil, I think is how you say his name, he throws for 323 yards. Then we have Temple and North Texas, the Mean Green. North Texas blows past the Temple 52-25. Quarterback Derek Messmaker, I think it's how you say his name, hits 366 yards, 3 touchdowns. Quarterback Chandler Hawkins dominates 186 yards and 4 touchdowns. Awesome stuff there. Yeah, Boise State, they edge out Utah State in a freaking thriller. Quarterback Mason Cutford throws for 341 yards as the Broncos survive late. And then, Teran, there was this game. I'm not upset. I'm not mad because this is like one of my teams in California. I'm just surprised. Like, number one thing, the Lobos and the Aggies are 2 teams in our country that you know that they're there. You do, but you just never take them serious. Well, those 2 teams from New Mexico, they had seasons this year, but one of them had what we call a pretty good season. Well, they got it done, dude. They freaking got it done. New Mexico wins a wild one, man. 23-17 on a one-handed touchdown. One-handed touchdown freaking grab in double overtime. This was a defensive battle. It becomes an instant classic. And now it is now instant chaos in the Mountain West. 23-17. New Mexico defeats San Diego State. Teran, this was a crazy slate of games on Friday. What you think?
Well, there are some scenarios where there's actually going to be where some conferences are going to need to be deciding their two conference championship representatives through computers, such as the SEC. Now they still have Alabama to see play, but if Alabama wins, then it'll be a 4-way tie for first place between Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and then Alabama. And then the computer pretty much decides who will be advancing to the championship game. Same can be said for the Mountain West, except UNLV still has to play, and if they win, then the computer will pick 2 teams to pick for their championship game. So it's just a lot of craziness in terms of like college football, in terms of the standings and whatnot. And yeah, Texas A&M picked a bad day, or Marcel Reed picked a bad day to have his worst game of the season. So it's incredible that Texas came up big, but let's all be honest, they might consider themselves for the college football playoff, but it still all depends on what the committee has to say.
Yeah, no, true, man. What a good weekend, though. I mean, a good week of Thanksgiving football, man. That was crazy. I loved it. I mean, seeing A&M, that was crazy. And down goes A&M. Wow, did not see that coming. What else was crazy here? Like I said, I don't know. Some people
Indiana
made
completing its perfect regular season.
that was pretty crazy. It was. But again, just going over all of that. And the big one for me, though, is some people may not think it's very big, was that game. Oh my gosh. Freaking seeing San Diego State lose. That's crazy in this game that I thought they really had. And then, of course, Arizona winning. That was pretty cool, too. So, I don't know, man. We had some good football, like I said. We had some good football over the last couple of days, man. But any more thoughts or comments on those?
So Arizona did win, but I totally forgot about Arizona State not having a Zach Deckard, I think his name. But Arizona has really come a long way. So the Wildcats, they were able to bear down themselves. So that was a big win. Utah had themselves a great comeback win. They're still in consideration for the college football playoff. Georgia's game against Georgia Tech was a defensive battle, and Georgia Tech, I think they're no longer part of the equation of the college football playoff unless they win the ACC championship, which I don't even think that they're in. No, they're not. It's down to Virginia, Pitt, and SMU. So yeah, a lot's going to be decided today, which is going to be so amazing to see. So I can't wait to see what the rest of the college football slate is. But yeah, crazy day yesterday. That was just the appetizer.
It was, man. It definitely was. Today, in about an hour, we got some really fun stuff. Rivalry week coming on up. But Teran, let's jump into some high school football, man, because, well, we got to talk about some of this craziness from this past week. Okay. For those of you who have been watching this and not turning it off by now, because we get to the lower divisions and people are like, well, no one cares. Again, this is what matters more than the NFL, guys, because these are the guys who are going to the NFL. At all these lower divisions, well, lower divisions may or may not, but some of these high schools, especially these top high schools, we're talking about tomorrow's stars, man. And this was crazy. This past week was freaking crazy, man. We had earlier this week, number one be switched up, in which I thought was perfect because obviously, again, the St. Francis Academy, IMG Academy debacle where they didn't play and whatever. Yeah, you can't have a team who didn't play, especially that huge game, number one at the end of the year. So good. Max Preps did the right thing. They put Grayson as number one, even though we both thought Centennial deserved to be number one because, well, they play a little bit better teams. Regardless, that's okay. And there you have it. You have a brand new top 25. Centennial is number 2 in the country. We have a CIF championship in California. That is going to be a huge game. And then, Teran, and then you have all these moving pieces in this top 25 of Max Preps. And then yesterday, to further complicate things, boy, do we have a story to tell you. So, Teran, here we go, man. I have a little paragraph to read. The freaking high school football was nuts on Thanksgiving week. This week delivered absolute chaos in the Max Preps Top 25 as several giants fell and title races tightened nationwide. So, first things first, we got to talk about the Georgia battle. Number 11, Carrollton shocked the country by ending the new number 1 team from Georgia, Grayson's 26-game win streak with a 34-14 domination behind Cameron Woods' 3-touchdown performance, instantly reshaping the national picture. Now out west, number 6, Santa Margarita played the game of their lives. Carson Palmer's boys came to play. Coach Logan's boys did too, but Carson Palmer's boys played a little bit better, crushing number 2 Corona Centennial 42-7 at the Rose Bowl to claim the CIF Division 1 championship behind an unreal 299-yard 4-touchdown outing from USC-bound Trent Mosley. In Texas, we head on to the Lone Star State. Number 9, South Lake Carroll improved to 13-0 after a weather-delayed 49-31 win. over Prosper, maintaining its explosive offensive pace. Number 7, Buford. Number 8, Edna Carr. No, Buford out of Georgia. Number 8, Edna Carr out of Louisiana. Number 12, St. Thomas Aquinas out of Florida. And number 16, Bixby out of Oklahoma, all rolled through postseason or through the postseason with convincing victories, while number 5, Bishop Gorman, secured yet another Nevada state title. My gosh, the Gales do it again. Meanwhile, number 23, Don Bosco Prep in New Jersey, came up just short as St. Joseph Regional claimed the non-public single A championship. With multiple undefeated teams still alive and new contenders emerging, the national rankings are about to look drastically different heading into December's state championship slate, if you will. Some have already played, Teran. Some have already played. Okay. For instance, like last week, we had Corner Canyon, who won in Utah. They're state champs. But Teran, all these different tournaments are going on. What in the hell happens to the rankings this week? Teran, take it away, man.
It's going to be massive chaos. The top 2 teams from nationally ranked both fell down. So I can only hope that St. Francis or IMG aren't going to be number 1.
Yeah.
I would imagine it'd be Bishop Gorman. I mean, I wish we could put Santa Margarita as the number 1 team in the nation, but those 3 losses being to Bosco, Gorman, and they lost. Oh yeah, and to Mission Viejo. I forgot they lost to them too. But oh man, Santa Margarita played the game of their lives. Their defense is for real. They shut down Corona Centennial. I thought it was going to be a lot tighter game, but I don't think anybody predicted this result. Santa Margarita really laid down the wood. And what I liked about this game is that after the game, Trent Mosley said, "We haven't been good the past few years, so it's really special for us to win this." So you got to remember what Santa Margarita did. Tri-League, Trinity League champions. They knocked off Sierra Canyon. They shut out Olu in the semifinals. They took down Corona Centennial in the championship game. Took down Corona Centennial twice, which was absolutely amazing. Remember, they also beat Mater Dei as well. So Carson Palmer really turned around his alma mater, and I think he became one of the few coaches to win at his alma mater, because I think he became the first coach since Bruce Rawlinson did that with Mater Dei. So the fact that Carson Palmer did that in his first year, mind you, is absolutely amazing. And by the way, college teams, NFL teams, please give Carson Palmer his space. Bro just won himself a CIF Southern Section championship, and now they're thinking state championship. So we'll take it one day at a time, though, just because Division One has the Division One winner has the following week off, and they automatically qualify for state. Yes. Which means we'll be seeing Santa Margarita not too far, because they'll be playing at Saddleback College.
Which is pretty cool, man. This is exciting. Darren, right now, I don't even know what happens. But you and I talked, we were texting a little bit about this last night. Okay. Logically speaking, for the rankings, Grayson fell. Centennial fell. We talked, you just brought that up right now. Number 1 and 2 fall. St. Francis Academy or IMG, they're 3 and 4, but again, they didn't even play each other. Therefore, no. Bishop Gorman played everybody this year. They didn't play everybody, but they had a damn good schedule. And there's somebody that I wouldn't mind it going to. And I honestly do believe that this is going to be the new number 1 right now, because, well, they've played this year. I mean, they've lost to they beat everybody they played except for Mater Dei, who they lost in their home stadium 27 to 24 to back on the 19th of September. But they beat Centennial, not Corona Centennial, but they beat the Vegas Centennial. They beat Kahuku. They shut them out 38-0. They beat Lone Peak. There was a forfeit there, so I don't know what happened there. But East St. Louis, they beat them. They lost to Mater Dei. And then they even beat Santa Margarita, which was the team that just won it all 14-0. They won it in Santa Margarita. Then they went on and just ran through their league. Palo Verde, Mojave, Somerset Academy, Losi, I don't know how you say that. Shadow Ridge, Foothill, Arborview. Now they're dominating. Now they're doing their thing, and they're state champs. But Teran, I don't know. Logically, I don't know who's next. You look at this top 25 and you say, okay, well, Santa Margarita's right there, but are they going to leapfrog Bishop Gorman? No, because Bishop Gorman beat Santa Margarita. And the rest of the teams, Buford, Edna Carr, South Lake Carroll, even Mater Dei, Carrollton, St. Thomas Aquinas, none of them, I think, are honestly deserving of it. I mean, they are, but they've lost too many games or whatever. So, Teran, when it comes down to it, I mean, I'm saying, or the quality of opponent in their schedule. Realistically, I see Bishop Gorman being number one. And honestly, unless they somehow, I mean, their season gets ended. So realistically, I think no matter what now, I honestly think Bishop Gorman will win themselves a title. What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree. And Bishop Gorman didn't even lose that badly to Mater Dei. So I think for Gorman, they're definitely deserving of it. Again, if we had seen St. Francis and IMG face one another, that would have been for the national championship. But because they had other plans, they didn't play one another. So Gorman should be number one, Santa Margarita should be number two, and then so on and so forth. But overall, this year in terms of high school football has just been all over the place. I mean, it's crazy that the CIF Southern section has a new champion, and Santa Margarita wound up winning its first championship since 2012 when they wound up winning in the highest division. So the fact that Santa Margarita is back on top is pretty darn good, if you ask me.
It's awesome, dude, seeing it. So there you go, man. High school football is insane. Again, just lots of moving stuff here, moving pieces. And well, Teran, what do, man? You cheer on the teams, right? You cheer on whoever you can, because again, all these guys are tomorrow's stars, man. So you cheer these guys on no matter what, and you wish for them all for the best in the next level of their football career. And to those who just say, hey, that was fun playing high school football, hey, well, thank you for giving us great games, right? So great stuff, man. Really excited for these guys moving forward. But yeah, I do expect Bishop Gorman to be number one next week, and let's see what happens. But again, let's see what happens with the other stuff too. I mean, Santa Margarita is definitely they're gonna play somebody. They're gonna play somebody. Who is it gonna be?
Probably De La Salle, unless further notice.
Yeah, and it could be. So we're looking forward to that, man. But okay. So anyway, Teran, anything to add for high school football before we're out of here?
I think that is pretty much it for the most part.
Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and take ourselves a quick break, man. We've been on for almost a full hour, so take a quick little, little 4-minute break or whatever, and then we'll be coming on back, man. We're just gonna run through these because the 3C2A, the NJCAA, those are both semifinals right now. Small previews. The brackets for D3, D2, and NAIA are all set. Well, we're already in the second round. The FCS bracket starts today, and then, of course, we got Rivalry Week starting up today. We got some NFL picks to make. So, Teran, we got a whole bunch to get to in just about an hour's time. So, let's do this, man. When we come back, we're jumping on into the 3C2A semifinals. You are watching 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this. For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clinking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Everybody, this is Teran Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunder Spikes? Then I have the show for you, Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Nice little break there. I needed to make sure we got some of those sponsors out, obviously. Teran and I run through this show, man. Sometimes we just kind of forget. So again, big ups and thank you to Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet, and of course, Vital Apparel. And I had to throw one more in there because this guy, man, I feel bad. Sometimes I feel like he's on the Rodney Dangerfield deal, man. We got to get him some respect, all right? This man, Set Point, I'll tell you, one of the best shows you'll ever hear, man, volleyball-wise. This guy covers it all. If you love this show with football, it's literally the same exact thing with volleyball with this guy. I mean, he's all in it, man. So loving it. Does an amazing job. Amazing interviews with top-notch coaches. And I'm telling you, man, like he's all over the place. Guy is in the building with so many different teams, just all over the place. Teran, I love it, man. You do an amazing job over out there on Set Point. You're constantly at Long Beach State. You're over at the Galen Center and USC. You're covering AVP volleyball. You're covering, any volleyball that can be covered. This man is there at major tournaments. So you got to show him some love. Give him his flowers. Teran, do an amazing job, dude. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Larry. Appreciate you.
Of course, brother. You do a great job, man. So Really loving it. Always a great show there, man. Monday evenings, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, at 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you catch him, man. He is awesome. And, of course, check out all of our awesome highlights here on TikTok. You catch these same exact highlights over there as well there. So, anyway, man, check us out. There you have it. And, well, Teran, let's get on now into some 3C2A because, well, these are going to go kind of fast now because, again, this is it, man. The conference is set. I mean, the conference is set. The 3C2A playoffs are set, man. This is the semifinals. We're ready to roll, man. This is it. So last week we had one of the craziest games I think we'll ever see. Mount Sac defeating El Camino in 5 overtimes, 42-40. But this week they will face a whole new beast, and so will the other 3 teams. Well, I guess you can say whatever. You get it. We got our semifinal. If you will, our North final and our South final, which is really just semifinals for the entire thing, going on today. And, well, here we go. So, Teran, today we're making a pick'em. It's going to be a fun one, a fast one and a fun one. Playoff football in San Mateo, the number 1 CSM Bulldogs, College of San Mateo Bulldogs, return from their bye, obviously their week off during the first round of the playoffs, to host number 5 Fresno City in the NorCal semifinals this Saturday, of course, today at noon. Who you got?
I got San Mateo winning this one. It was great that Fresno City was able to beat San Francisco, and I am actually proud to have made that prediction. But let's all be honest with ourselves. San Mateo is still the state champs until further notice. So San Mateo will play like state champions and win like state champions. So, and then they'll have a chance to continue their quest to defend their crown. And also they'll have a chance to make it to the Northern California final. So give me San Mateo.
Yeah, I agree, man. This is it's a great game. It should be a fun one. I like Fresno a lot, but it's true. San Mateo is San Mateo, right? And this is it. I mean, this is and again, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I said semi. This is the quarter of the semi. You guys get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's the regional semifinals / state quarterfinal.
There we go. Thank you, Dan, for making that easier for me. So, yes. So, also up north this week, we got another little battle going on. And, well, this one is going to be fun as well because we have the Diablo Valley Vikings taking on the Modesto Pirates. Obviously, Modesto awaited the winner from last week, and, well, Diablo Valley is in it. Who are you taking in that game?
Oh, man, this one's a real tough one. I look, Diablo Valley has really performed well, but you also have to look at what they've really done. I mean, I know it's a matter of what they've done now as opposed to what they've done then. They just beat Butte College, which was pretty impressive. Modesto is a good team. I mean, I would say that this could be a shootout, but I think that defense of Diablo Valley just played well. So, it's, you know what? I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I am actually going to go with Diablo Valley. I think Diablo Valley pulls this one off. It'll be a tough one. Their only loss was to San Mateo, which was a 6-point loss, but I think Diablo Valley will get it done. I think it'll be a close one, but I think Diablo Valley wins it pretty much by a nose.
Well, Teran, you and I are thinking very similar this week because I'm going Diablo Valley too. Dude, they've been the surprise team of the whole year. This team has popped out like a freaking jack in the box. I did not see this team coming. I didn't see this team being very good this year. I saw them being solid. But we've seen Monterey Peninsula, right, Teran? We've seen them be good and then not be good out of nowhere. We've seen Southwestern down here in Chula Vista be good and then fizzle. We've seen it. We've seen that. Well, guess what? Diablo Valley wasn't one of those. They were the only one who stayed extremely strong. And while these guys are here, man, they're in it to win it. And this is going to be fun.
So can I also just add one thing? Diablo Valley and Modesto did scrimmage one another to start the season, so now comes full circle. And Diablo Valley, ever since their first game of the season, they've scored at least 20 points. The only time they've lost was when they lost to San Mateo, but there's no shame in losing to them.
Yeah, they're, defending champs, so what do you do, man? But yeah, Terrence, so that's freaking awesome, man. Well, there you have it. There you go. We're both going with CSM today. Good old College of San Mateo to win this thing over Fresno City, and we're both going for the upset, the Diablo Valley Vikings, man. Let's see what these guys can do today. This is exciting. I mean, imagine if Diablo Valley actually goes, and like this is exciting because you fight for this, man. You work so hard for this. You bust your ass during the off season. I mean, this is special. And this is very special. And let's see what these guys can do today. I love it. So we have that. We have Diablo Valley and like I said, beating Modesto and San Mateo going. So that means next week we're looking forward. Hopefully we'll see, at least if our predictions are right. We'll see if Diablo Valley takes on even their tougher test even next week. But down south now, Teran, in our neck of the woods, we got two other games ready to be played today. And a SoCal Classic incoming, man. The Ventura Pirates travel to undefeated Golden West, number 1 undefeated Golden West over in Huntington Beach. I think Teran knows a thing or two about Huntington Beach, just a tad bit, And crab cooker. I'm sorry. I grew up going there, Teran. Crab Cooker was one of my favorite places. I'm sorry. Did they ever rebuild that place?
Yeah.
They rebuilt it?
Still here in my neck of the woods.
Because I know they tore it down, and I cried. And then, but okay, yeah, I got to go back, dude. Crab Cooker? Good. Huntington Beach, I'm telling you. Anyway, yeah, Newport Beach, Huntington Beach. These have these things called Balboa bars, the little chocolate bars you would dip. Remember those?
Yeah.
See?
That's on like Balboa Island.
So good. Anyway, I grew up, listen, my family's from over there, so I grew up deliciousness. Anyway, let's get back to the football, man, because just as good as the Crab Cooker is, and as good as those Balboa bars are, Golden West is pretty good too. Golden West is playing some good football, and the Rustlers, man, they're getting ready to take on Ventura today in a monster semifinal showdown. The Rustlers chase perfection. The Pirates chase the upset. Teran, who moves on?
So my big analysis is, and my big question is, will Golden West have a clunker game? They have not yet really had a clunker game. My only concern for Golden West is if they show rust in following their bye. But this Golden West team has been on their A game. It's a long trip for Ventura. I just gotta go with Golden West. I can't imagine Golden West losing at this point of the season, especially on their home field. I think the Rustlers, this one will probably be a challenge, but I could see Golden West still winning. I think it'll be closer than expected, but I think Golden West pulls this one off.
I'm with you. I want to see a really fun game, but I don't see anybody else but Golden West, man. This is it's a long trip from Ventura. It's gonna be a great football game, but this is it, dude. This is it. I am so excited, so freaking excited for this game. You know what, man? The Rustlers they've been little brother for so long behind RCC. They've been little brother for so long behind Mount Sac. They've been little brother for so long behind their own neck of the woods, Fullerton in Orange County. Dude, they've played little bro for so many years. This is their time, dude. This is their time. Let's go. And this is somebody that used to hate them because I played for RCCs. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's go. I don't care. Like, I want to see this, man. Mighty Mount Sac is still there. We also have another Orange County team we're going to talk about right now who's surprising. But Teran, I'm cheering for the Rustlers right now, bro. I'm sorry. I'm cheering hard for these guys. So, all right. And then, of course, we have one more game. And, well, this one's going to be a lot of fun because we have here the good old whoops, where's it at? It doesn't get any bigger than this in SoCal, man. I mean, it does and it doesn't, because to me, the other game is huge, but I think the Rustlers will win that one. Now, this one is going to be more, this one should be the huge dogfight. Mount Sac heads to Mission Viejo to face off against the red-hot Saddleback Bobcats in a semifinal that feels like a freaking national championship game. Elite defenses, big play offenses, high stakes. This game kicks off in about 5 hours. Darren, this game, last week, Mount Sac had 5 overtimes. If there's another 5 overtime game, Taryn, I'm not even going to be surprised. I seriously won't. What do you think about this game?
So this one's another big time and interesting game. I mean, Mount Sac obviously had the quintuple overtime win over El Camino. Look, Saddleback has really had a rise to power or re-rise to power. I remember Saddleback back in 2015 or 16 when they wound up winning the conference, and I think they went all the way to the state championship, or at least the regional finals. But man, this one's another tough one. I mean, Mount Sac, you gotta remember they're still the reigning SoCal regional champions, but that said, I think Saddleback gets it done. I think they have the team to stack up with everybody. I think Saddleback's defense is going to slow down Mount Sac's offense. So I think Saddleback gets it done. It'll be close. It'll be ugly, but I think the Bobcats get the job done against the Mounties.
That would be amazing. And you know what, Taryn? We are going to fully agree. This is crazy. We've never actually had a full-on agree in semifinals, I don't think. But dude, this is going to be huge, man. And the reason why I say this is because Mount Sac is so freaking worn from last week. That was huge. Now, obviously, they had the week to recuperate, and they had a great, they have a great team going over there. But number one thing, they got to make the trip over there. Number one thing, it's not like it's super close. I mean, not super far away, but it's not like it's super close either. So I will say, obviously they got to travel. They're probably on their way right now, or actually getting to the school right now in Walnut. But I'll tell you right now, this is a very, very good football team going over to Mission Viejo today. But Saddleback is battle tested, man. This is one hell of a football team, and I truly, truly feel that we're gonna have ourselves an all Orange County state South region final, man. So it should be a lot of fun, and that will be really cool to see, because both those teams, again, we used to rival them too. I mean, everybody in Southern California was a rival in the 3C2A, but yeah, I do believe that Saddleback's going to have the and it's going to be a great game. So there you go, dude. Let's go with it, man. So we're going all across in the 3C2A. How about that, man? Let's see what we can get. Taryn, any last comments or thoughts on this?
No, I think we're starting to wind down the season. Next week will be the regional finals, and the following week will be the state championship hosted by the Southern California team.
That's it. So we'll see how it goes. And off to the NJCAA we go, good sir. So, Taryn, we have 2 games that are going to be played, but not this weekend, next weekend. As we're just going to get ready really quick, because we'll preview this more next week. But the undefeated number 3 Tyler Apaches, they look to punch their ticket to the championship. But number 2 Iowa Western, the Reavers, stand in their way. This one is has classic written all over it. We knew it. We knew Tyler was going to be special this year, and they were. Iowa Western, they're old school. Hutchinson, they're old school. The Blue Dragons. Who will those two do it again and be in that final? And the same thing. Number 1 Hutchinson, they faced number 4, a very red hot Northwest Mississippi, the Rangers. They're riding an 8-game win streak right now. So this is all going down next weekend. Taryn and I will have our predictions on that good stuff there. So really fun stuff there in the NJCAA. Taryn, let's move on now to NCAA Division III, man, because the bracket is fun, man. I love bracketology with these guys, man. NJCAA action all day long. Let's get on into it, man, because, let's start off with Division 3, as we talked about already. D3, here we go. The bracket is up. And, again, we already talked about the recap from last week. We had all those teams winning. to get into the second round, if you will. Teran, right now, I mean, I know we already kind of talked about it, man, but Mount, obviously top left, Mount Union, Muhlenberg, John Carroll, Randolph-Macon, Trinity, Texas, Hardin Simmons, Barry, LaGrange. In those 4 games in the top left, man, who are you taking?
I'll take Mount Union over Muhlenberg, and I'll take John Carroll.
Oh, yeah, dude. John Carroll's such a good football team there, man. I mean, again, I just feel like all these teams right here, Muhlenberg, I mean, there's a really strong top left. But I'm going to go Mount Union, John Carroll, even though Randolph-Macon is solid. I'm going to go Hardin Simmons, and I think Barry is going to win that down in there.
Yeah, I'll take Trinity. I'll take Trinity and Barry.
Yeah, those, again, just solid schools. Overall, I mean, you have, and again, dude, I hate to say this, man, because I like Randolph-Macon. I do. I like them a lot. But when it comes down to it, I don't know, man. John Carroll has been solid. And even though I'm taking Hardin Simmons, I don't think they're going to go much further, dude. Don't forget, Hardin Simmons this year, I'll keep on saying it, they got pushed to the limit by Chapman. I don't know, man. Hardin Simmons, there's kind of a Achilles heel in there somewhere. I don't know, but anyway. So, all right. Next bracket, Pod 2, Wartburg, Wheaton. That's a heavyweight showdown there. We have, that's going to be a really fun one. Whitewater and DePauw, Wisconsin Whitewater and DePauw, St. John's and Monmouth and, what do you call it? Chapman and our very own Chapman down here in Orange County and Wisconsin River Falls. These all take place today, Teran. Who are you taking?
I'll take Wartburg over Wheaton. I'll take Wisconsin Whitewater over DePauw. Give me St. John's over Monmouth. And look, I like Chapman, but I got to go with Wisconsin River Falls. I just think that these Wisconsin schools are just a whole different breed in NCAA Division III. But if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to admit that I was wrong. And I'll just say Chapman is playing with house money here. They have nothing left to lose, but so much more to gain if they beat Wisconsin River Falls.
True, dude. I really do believe in River Falls because I think, again, these schools are so potent. They are. But Teran, I'm going upset, bro. I'm going Chapman. I don't care.
All right.
I don't care. Let's see if they do it, man. I mean, dude, Chapman is this school. If they played Hardin Simmons, if they played River Falls the way they did Hardin Simmons, dude, anything can happen. To me, this is huge. I really like this team a lot. Chapman's strong. This is a battle-tested team, dude. They've played well. The SIAC isn't the biggest competition, but they've had a good year. They've played well. And you know what, dude? Let's see it. Let's see what happens, man. So there we go. We'll see what happens there. Next pod over, if you will, whatever you want to call it. Pod, sector, whatever. Region. We have North Central taking on Hanover. Number 1 overall North Central making their way. Hanover, I feel bad for those guys. Hope and number 13 Lacrosse. Number 18 Hope and number 13 Lacrosse. Number 10 Platteville, Wisconsin Platteville taking on number 23 Alma, and number 4 Bethel taking on Co. What you got?
I'll take North Central over Hanover, Wisconsin Lacrosse over Hope, Wisconsin Platteville over Alma, and then to spice things up, I'll take Co over Bethel.
Oh, fun. Well, yeah, I'm in agreement with you on all 4 of those, actually. I was trying to make it seem interesting, but no, I agree. That's actually a pretty fun little bracket over there on that side. But when it comes down to it, dude, North Central, I think, is just going to cruise their way. Don't you think?
Yes.
I don't think anybody's stopping this team. They've been dominant all year long. They've been the team to beat, and they just keep on reloading. So they are extremely good. And so I'm going to go with those guys. Next up, we got the last one here, and we'll just make it quick. We got number 6 Christopher Newport versus number 22 Susquehanna. Number 6 Franklin versus Marshall number 16, Franklin and Marshall versus Eastern. Number 12, Salisbury versus Endicott. And number 8, Johns Hopkins versus Springfield. Who you got?
I'll take Christopher Newport over Susquehanna, Franklin and Marshall over Eastern in a close one, Salisbury over Endicott, and then Johns Hopkins over Springfield.
All agreed. Those are all my same exact picks, because I guess next week we should have some mix-ups and some fun. But overall, I think this is going to be, these are pretty much where we are. So, okay, next up we have, let's go ahead and just roll on in now to Division 2 and take a look at these brackets. Again, we've had some fun, dude. These have been really, really good. A really good bracket last week. We talked about all the upsets and everything that took place and just absolute craziness. But this week, man, we have ourselves some second round action. Yesterday, Teran, you and I both assumed that Assumption would be out, but they're not. They are taking on Cutsdown today, number 1 in their region, which is pretty crazy. Then we have Frostburg taking on 2 upset winners, actually, here. Frostburg taking on California, Pennsylvania, which is pretty dang big. And then we have Ferris State, number 1 in the land, taking on Ashland. And Minnesota, well, actually, let me go ahead and just kind of pause there. But in that bracket up there, let me just kind of go back. Sorry, getting those tweets out. So top left, Cutsdown Assumption, Frostburg, California. Who do you think?
Cutsdown over Assumption, Frostburg over California, and then I guess left from right, Ferris State over Ashland.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll take Minnesota State over Indy, and then I'll take Albany State over Benedict, West Florida over Newberry in a close one. And you know what? Give me Pittsburgh State over Harding, and then I'll take Western Colorado over UT Permian Basin.
Well, you and I are in agreement for everything, but wow. Okay, so Teran is going crazy and taking Pittsburgh State over Harding. I knew he was going to throw one of those ranks in the gear. Pittsburgh State has been a great team all year long. They've been strong. They've been a very dominant team. But I think the road ends here for those guys, man. Number 1, Harding, the undefeated Bison. They've always been dangerous, man. They've been solid the last couple of years. Pittsburgh State is very dangerous. Expect a physical and elite defensive game. But when it comes down to it, man, I don't know. I'm going to go Harding the Bison. But Terrence taking the Pittsburgh Gorillas. Also, West Florida and Newberry, man. The Argonauts are strong. I don't see them losing this game. But it will be a close one with Newberry. And obviously, everything else Terrence said, yeah. Actually, no, I'm going to go Indy over Minnesota State as well. I think Indy is a little bit better of a team. The Greyhounds are stronger. But other than that, yeah, I will say Cutsdown over Assumption, Frostburg over California, Ferris over Ashland, Indy over Minnesota State, Albany over Benedict, West Florida over Newberry, Harding over Pittsburgh, and West Colorado over UT Permian Basin. So let's see how we look next week, Teran. So have some fun with our picks with Division 2 as we move on to the NAIA. So NAIA has been fun because this bracket, just like D2, heating up like crazy. So right now we have number 1 Grandview. They are taking on number 16 St. Francis. This is the road to Red Banner right now. Goes through Des Moines, Iowa, man. 10-0 Vikings host the number 16, 10-2 St. Francis Cougars. Who are you taking?
I gotta go with Grandview. This is kind of a no-brainer here, and nothing against the opposing team, but I just think that Grandview is just Grandview. They're just on one, and until anyone can find the answer for them, I gotta go with Grandview.
Yeah, they're 10-0. They look good. They're the best team in the country in the NAIA, and when it comes down to it, I don't see them losing right now.
They're built different.
They are. They really are. And these Vikings they really could go back to back. They have the team to do it. I mean, they're so dominant at every level. Not really a weakness at any part of this team. Good, strong football team right here, man. So, okay, moving forward, we have here Kaiser, number 2 Kaiser versus number 5 Southeastern, a Sunset Conference matchup on the biggest stage. Number 2, the Kaiser Seahawks at 10-0. Welcome number 15 Southeastern Fire at 9-2 with a quarterfinal berth on the line. Who you got?
I gotta go with Kaiser on this one. I think both of these teams are going to be really good. It's an in-state rivalry match, but I think Kaiser just inches this one out.
I think so too. I really do believe that Kaiser. They've had some good years. They've had some rough goes in the last couple of years. They've been champions in the last couple of years. I see this team just going further. So I'm taking Kaiser as well. Okay. Next up, we have here number 3 Montana Tech versus number 14 Carroll, a classic Montana rivalry. Now with a quarterfinals, a trip to the quarterfinals at state. Number 3 Montana Tech Ore Diggers 11-0, and number 14 Carroll Saints at 9-2. Who are you taking?
I gotta go with Montana Tech. This one I think will be an interesting matchup just because, again, in-state rivalry, but I think Montana Tech gets it done against Carroll. Don't be surprised if Carroll makes this a close matchup, but I got Tech winning this one.
I could see that. Be a good game there. Number 4 Friends versus number 13 William and Penn. This is the KCAC powerhouse. They meet a hearts punishing run attack, man. This is number 4 Friends, the Falcons at 11-0 taking on number 13 William Penn Statesman 11-1. Who do you think?
Friends will roll this one. I don't see them slowing down by any means. I think Friends takes this one a little more convincingly than expected.
Yeah, I can see that also as well. Next up, we have here number 5 Benedictine taking on number 12 Campbellsville. This is a top 5 juggernaut. Top 5 juggernaut versus a very strong Tiger team. Benedict Ravens, number 5. They've been up and around that top 5 all year at 10-1. Then you have Campbellsville Tigers. They're number 12. They're 8-2. Who you got?
I will take Benedictine over Campbellsville.
Yeah, I think they just have the better team. The Ravens look a little bit better, but Campbellsville, man, heck of a season. Marion, number 6 Marion taking on number 10 Dort. Teran, you and I have been cheering on Dort, the defenders, for a long time. Today's their day to shine if they can do it. Number 6 Marion at 10-1. Number 10 Dort defenders at 9-1. Who wins it?
I'll take Dort for this one. I know they've played one match differently or one game. It's a 1-game difference, but I think Dort wins this one. They'll pull off the upset on the road.
I think so too. That'll be a good one. Number 7 Lindsey Wilson, the 2020 champions, taking on number 11 Indiana Westland. Strap in, man. This might be the game of the round. The Blue Raiders of Lindsey Wilson at 9-1, taking on those Wildcats at 9-2. I'm going Lindsey Wilson. Who are you taking?
Yeah, I'll take Lindsey Wilson, but this one will be a close one. I think this one will come down to the final drive. So, Lindsey Wilson pulls this one off in a close one. Don't be surprised if Indiana Wiseland does pull off the upset, though.
I could totally see that. That'll be a fun one. And then, of course, number 8 College of Idaho taking on number 9 Morningside, a top 10 banger to close the second round. Indiana. College of Idaho Yotes at 9-1. Then you have here, they host a perennial powerhouse, the Morningside Mustangs, we've been talking about for years, 9-2. Who wins it?
I'm going to go with Morningside, but it'll be another close one. I think this one will be decided again at the final drive or last 2 drives. Morningside pulls it off just because they have that championship pedigree. Nothing against College of Idaho, but I think Morningside is just built differently come postseason.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Morningside, they've had a couple of tough bumps this year, but I do believe this team will pull this thing out. So strong performance from this team all year. Let's see if they can do it. So all right, Jaron, let's go ahead and keep on moving through the FCS. Got about 30 minutes or so in this show. So here we go, man. Let's continue it on into FCS football. So the bracket is set, man, and let's talk about it. Top left bracket, Illinois State. They're taking on Southeastern Louisiana. Central Connecticut State taking on Rhode Island. And then this is cool because, we got UC Davis, who we've been cheering on all year. They had a little rough bit of an ending there, but they have remained strong. They will await Central Connecticut State and Rhode Island, and North Dakota State will await the winner of Illinois State, and Southeastern Louisiana. Who you got?
I will take Southeastern Louisiana in a close one, and then I'll take Rhode Island over Central Connecticut.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Unfortunately, I do believe the winners of both of these will probably lose next week.
Yep, it's the case of the Wario meme. I've won, but at what cost?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it, man. UC Davis is so strong, and they've been here, been there, done that. You know, this team has been in around the tournament. They're good, and then of course the defending champions, of course, North Dakota State, the Giants at the top. So that's a big one there, man. So the Redbirds, though, they're going to be strong. They'll win it there, and then Central Connecticut. Let's see, man. Let's see what these guys do versus Rhode Island. All right, next up on the other side of the bracket, we have Yale taking on Youngstown State, and then Lamar taking on number 10 Abilene Christian. The winner of Yale Youngstown State takes on number 2 Montana, and the winner of Abilene Christian Lamar takes on SF Austin. Who you like?
I like Lamar winning their matchup, and you know what? I'm going to go bold here. I'm going to say Yale.
Hey, that looks like fun. You know what, dude? Yale has been the Ivy League schools this year have really been something else. And I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna take both those picks as well. I like Yale a lot. Let's see what these guys could do. Next week, though, again, could be some more rough road. But I do believe SF Austin is a little more beatable, obviously. But yeah, Montana State, I do believe that might be the end of the road for whoever wins that one too, because the Bobcats are extremely good. So yeah, so there goes that. And then let's move to the bottom left bracket. Here we have Harvard and Villanova. Harvard is our little team that could this year. Winner goes on to take on Lehigh, and then North Dakota taking on Tennessee Tech. The winner takes on Tarleton State, which is, again, we talk about them a lot, man. The newcomer in the FCS from Division II, and they have taken Division I AA by storm. This is fun. Who you got?
I'll take Harvard over Villanova, and then I will take. Yeah, well, let me just tell you about Harvard. Harvard is kind of that little engine that could, and I've been impressed by them. I mean, didn't they just lose to Yale though, which I think that loss might actually be the best thing for them. But I got them over in their matchup, and my computer just crashed. Gosh darn it.
Sometimes computers crash.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me of the other match. Sorry.
You're good. The other one is North Dakota, Tennessee Tech.
Oh, yeah, North Dakota, easy.
I think so,
easy
too.
money.
And then the right side to finish it off, Drake versus South Dakota. Winner takes on Mercer. And then you have New Hampshire taking on South Dakota State. Winner takes on Montana. And again, I think the winner of that one's just going to go into a buzzsaw.
South Dakota. Yeah, this one's a South Dakota over Drake, easy. And oh man, if South Dakota State had any sort of pride, they got to win this one. Just because I'm very surprised they made the postseason, but at the same time, I just think that South Dakota State, they're just that perennial team. They're not going to go anywhere. Just give me South Dakota State. So just give me both South Dakotas for a 2-for-1.
I think so. I think so too. So strong schools there, man. Let's see what's coming on up. But yeah, both South Dakotas looking strong, looking good. And that will do it for the FBS or FCS. Teran, let's roll on in now to the FBS, man. Talk about the bigger boys. And this week, obviously, it is rivalry week. We got some rivalries to talk about. But of course, none bigger than the game in Ann Arbor. This is about 10 minutes out. Century-old stakes, playoff vibes, a legendary players born in this game. Who are you taking? Uh-oh. Teran is not with us. What's going on, man?
What's up? Sorry.
Are we there?
Yeah, my computer again. It's back on track.
Alrighty. So again, the game in Ann Arbor. Number 1, Ohio State. Number 15, Michigan. Starts in about 10 minutes. Legends born. Century-old stakes. Playoff vibes. Who you got?
Oh, man. This one's such a tough one to predict. Ohio State has been on a heater, but there's one team they just can't seem to get over in terms of the hump, and that is Michigan. Michigan has the possibility to do the funniest thing out there. And you know what? I'll take Michigan. It's in the big house. Michigan thrives off the big house. They've been Ohio State's daddy for the most part.
Oh,
I think Michigan causes some chaos in the Big Ten because if they win, then it's Oregon, Michigan, and Ohio State all in second place, and which means
what the hell?
the computer has to pick which one advances. I mean, Michigan would have the tiebreaker over Ohio State. I'm just not sure about Oregon and their scenario, just because they didn't get a chance to play Ohio State or Michigan. But give me Michigan over Ohio State.
It's the big game, man. This is the one, and you're taking Michigan. I'm going to take Ohio State. I'm going to say, let's go, Buckeyes. Where's my Buckeye head? And pulling out my inner Lee Corso. Not so fast. You're absolutely right. They have been daddy for a while. But I will say, Teran, this year, man, this number one Buckeyes team, they look a little different. Let's see what they can do. Let's see how good this team can be.
I'm rooting for chaos, but honestly,
me too.
Realistically, Ohio State should win. I mean, Michigan is just I mean, they just don't feel like the Michigan of years past. If they had beaten USC, I think this would have been a whole different trajectory for the Wolverines. But that loss to USC, I think, will haunt them.
Yeah, no, I agree. That is definitely a haunting loss. And, well, let's see. Let's see what happens, man, in this one. But let's have some fun with it. Next up, Teran, I know so we don't really have a lot of, big ranked on. We have rivalries that are really fun. But a ranked on ranked, number 12, Miami, number 22, Pittsburgh, 9-2, Miami, 8-3, Pittsburgh. They're going to be at Pitt. Teran, is this the day Miami just goes away, or do you think they're going to go win this thing in Pitt?
This is a very easy pick to make. I'm taking the Panthers to win this one.
Oh my gosh, Teran is not. So obviously we haven't really been able to put our you joke out there very much because we haven't really, they've been playing kind of teams, but Teran is refusing to take these guys. Honestly, man, I'm with you. I do feel that the U is strong, but I'm not. I think they're fool's gold, man. I think they're fool's gold. I'm going to go with Pitt as well. I think Pitt's the better football team. So let's go with them. And then, of course, we have here, let's just keep it pushing through. Again, we're going to have some fun with some rivalry games in here as well before we get to the one we want to talk. Clemson and South Carolina. Teran, this is funny because both these teams were superpowers for a while, and now they're not. Who are you taking?
Oh, man, this one is an interesting matchup. I mean, you have Clemson, which has really fallen off the map, and then South Carolina is also another team that is just an anomaly. I mean, sometimes they'll look good, and then sometimes they won't. Clemson, easy money.
Clemson all day. Let's go. Couple more funny ones here. Obviously, we'll get to the quote unquote game of the day or game of the week. But Oregon, Washington, number 6, Oregon, Washington at 8-3. They win. They love to win at home, but the Ducks are coming over at 10-1. Is this even worth it?
I mean, what Washington has going for them is that they're at home. They're a very good home team. Against Oregon, I think Oregon barely pulls this one off. I mean, Oregon looked really good against USC. And keep in mind, Oregon has one of the worst pass defenses in the nation. But that being said, I think Oregon gets it done over Washington in a close one.
I'm with you on that. I agree. That should be fun, though. I think Oregon will get this thing done for sure. LSU,
especially and you also got to remember that Oregon's fighting for their college football playoff lives. And if they lose this one, not only will they not be in the Big Ten championship or their Big Ten championship hopes will be done, but maybe their college football playoff hopes will be done as well. And then we could all break out the memes for them.
We got 20 minutes to get to the rest of this and the NFL, so let's do it. LSU at 7-4, number 8 Oklahoma at 9-2. How you think about that one?
Boomer Sooner.
Yep, taking the Boomer all day with that one. We have a Tennessee battle, number 14, Vanderbilt at 9-2, number 19, Tennessee at 8-3. That's a fun one. Tennessee battle there, and a meaning one for the first time in forever.
Vanderbilt wins this one. They have more to play for. They still have a shot at the college football playoff. Tennessee, they're just too inconsistent for my liking.
I agree. Paul Bunyan, 6-5 Minnesota, 7-4 Wisconsin. This is a fun game.
Yeah, Wisconsin's kind of come alive as of late. I'm actually going to take Wisconsin. You know, they beat Illinois last week, which was pretty good. They have a win over a previously ranked Washington team. Give me the Badgers.
Let's go. I'll take Minnesota. Let's go Gophers. Let's see. The Sunshine Showdown is horrible. 3-8 Florida hosts 5-6 Florida State.
If Florida State had any pride of bowling, they would win this one. I got to go with Florida State. They have to win this one. If they lose to Florida, then heads might be rolling.
Big time. Virginia Tech at 3-8. We'll head over to number 18, Virginia, take on the Who's at 9-2. This is a no-brainer.
Virginia, easy money.
Another no-brainer. Number 10, Alabama at 9-2 heads over to Auburn at 5-6 to take them on in the Iron Bowl.
Alabama needs to win this in order to have a chance at the SEC championship and the college football playoff. So Alabama wins this one. If Auburn does win, then they will go bowling and they will play spoiler to Alabama. But right now, I got to go with Roll Tide.
Imagine North Carolina 4-7. Will Bill get a victory over the rival team at 6-5? The NC State Wolfpack.
No, I gotta go with
NC
State.
Horrible.
NC State, easy peasy.
Poor guys. We have a little Nevada battle, and it's kind of funny because I think Bishop Gorman is actually better than Nevada Wolfpack. The UNLV Rebels at 9-2 head up north to take on the Nevada Reno Wolfpack at 3-8.
UNLV, for reasons of they have to win in order to have a chance at the Mountain West Conference Championship. So give me the Rebels.
I'm with that one. Number 9, Notre Dame. Unranked beyond unranked. 4-7, Stanford. That's always it was a fun game in the past. Now it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it was a fun game. That's the key word.
Was.
Notre Dame wins this one. If Stanford wins, then we will all laugh at the Irish.
We have a show next week. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Fresno State 7-4. San Jose State 3-8. Little NorCal Central Valley battle there.
Fresno State.
Easy. And of course, the game of the week, which is hilarious. The on NBC NBC. Actually, I'm sorry. No, the actual game of the week, the ABC game at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern, that's the Alabama Auburn Iron Bowl. But of course, over here we like to keep it our way. Teran, USC, UCLA, battle of the Victory Bell. Number 17 USC at 8-3 hosts the 3-8 UCLA Bruins, and we know damn well you throw the freaking records out. This is going to be a game.
Oh yeah, and look, I know USC's college football playoff hopes are pretty much down the toilet after last week's debacle against Oregon. But if USC had any sort of pride of finishing the season strong and maybe giving themselves a sliver of a hope of making the college football playoff, they need to win this one. Also, I don't think Nico Iamaleava is playing. He did re-aggravate an injury against Washington last week, which I'm so surprised UCLA got decimated, except not really, just because UCLA has just been a dumpster fire. So, you know who's starting? Luke Duncan. And do I think Luke Duncan will win it for UCLA? No. Obviously, this is a USC victory. If USC loses, I'm going to be so angry.
Yeah, that's going to be laughable. Like, very, very, very laughable. So let's see what happens. I'm excited, man. Let's see. Let's go USC. And let's get on over to the NFL, man, because we got a few games to get to. First things first, man. This one right here. This was going to be fun. The 49ers roll in to Cleveland, looking to stack another victory while Shedeur Sanders and the Browns try to shock the league at home. Who you got?
Hey, look, I would like to see the Niners pull off, or the Browns pull off the upset with Shedeur Saunders, but I gotta go with the Niners.
I love it. Yeah, the Niners, I don't know, man. The Niners just, they're there. They're a good team-ish. When it comes down to it, I just don't.
They're getting healthy.
They're getting healthy, and I'm not going to say anything bad about this team. I'm not, because they're getting healthy and they're a better team than the Raiders. I know that. But the team that, I don't know, the team that they are right now and the team that they should be is way different. But anyway, all right. Well, there goes that one. Next up on the docket, we have ourselves the Jaguars. They roll in Nashville, riding momentum, while the Titans searching for anything to stop a brutal skid. Can Trevor Lawrence and a team help Jacksonville get this thing done, or will the Titans actually get another win this year?
No. Tennessee's not going to win this one. Jacksonville, even though they're inconsistent, I have to go with the Jags here. I just think the Jags are just playing a whole lot better football. And again, even though they're inconsistent, and even though Tennessee kind of had a little bit of a better game last week, I'll take the Jags.
Yeah, me too. I feel like the Jags are they're better. They're the better team. So let's see what happens here. Next up, we have here, let's take a look. Texans at Colts. I mean, Jones has had an okay year. I don't know what to say about this team right now. The Texans are surging, kind of. This is a crazy game, man. Who you got?
Oh, man. If there's ever about a game that the Colts need to bounce back against, they have to bounce back with this one. But CJ Stroud is back for the Texans. Call me crazy. I'm going to take the Texans for this one.
You know, that'd be a pretty nice little win for those guys, wouldn't it? But yeah, I got to go with the Texans as well. Should be a fun game. Next up, we have the Saints at 2-9, Dolphins at 4-7. Is this a question?
This is the PU Bowl. I'll take Miami.
Yeah, I'm with it. I think Miami, as bad as they've been this year, there's no way they're losing to the Saints. Like, that would be insane, right? So next up, we have the Falcons and the Jets. Another one of those games where one team shouldn't lose to the other. That's all there is to it. But the Jets, I don't know, watch them pull something out crazy. Who you got?
This is another toilet bowl, but I'll take Atlanta.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, but same here. Atlanta all day. Cardinals, Buccaneers. Cardinals at 3-8. Buccaneers at 6-5. I want to make this game sound cool, but I can't. I can't.
I mean, Baker Mayfield actually is trending toward playing. I'll take the Bucs just because they need this win in the worst way, and the Cardinals are just inconsistent with their quarterback play.
It's true. It is so freaking true. So let's see. Buccaneers shouldn't lose this game, though. Rams at 9-2, Panthers at 6-6. The Rams, I think, we talked about it. They're the best team in the NFL right now. I'm sorry, Panthers, you have no chance.
Yeah, the only concern I have for the Rams would be if they were to have a hangover from last week. But I have the Rams winning this one. I just think they're so much more consistent than Carolina. Give me the Rams, easy peasy.
Rams all day in this one. Next up, Vikings at 4-7, Seahawks at 8-3. Can Darnold and his boys get it done at home? I honestly think they can. The Vikings ran out of gas, dude. I think the Vikings are done for the year. It's over.
Yeah, Seattle should win this one. My only concern for Seattle is if they overlook Minnesota. But let's be honest, JJ McCarthy, I don't even think is going to play. This should be another easy win for the Cardinals, for the Seahawks.
Yeah, without a doubt. Easy game for them. It should be. The 7-4 Bills, who are hanging on for dear life, take on the Steelers, who I think the ship has sailed. The Steelers aren't the Steelers, dude. The Steelers aren't going to be competitors this year. So I'm going to go Bills in this one. Let's see.
Yeah, I got to go Bills here. This one is, I would say this is a must win, but it's a kind of a must win for both teams, just because Steelers need the win to keep pace with the Ravens or to keep ahead of the Ravens, and the Bills need the win in order to keep pace in the wild card race. So I'll take the Bills, but the Bills really need this one in the worst way.
Oh, agreed. And then, of course, we have the Broncos at 9-2 taking on the Commanders. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, before we get to the Sunday night football, we have obviously the team between you and I, Teran. That's going to be hilarious. The 2-9 Raiders taking on the 7-4 Chargers, in which the Raiders will get embarrassed yet again.
I have to go with the Chargers. My only concern for the Chargers is if they have rust after the bye. But let's be honest, they're not losing following a bye. With all due respect to the Raiders, but my only concern for the Chargers is if the Raiders actually get their you-know-what together in terms of their offensive play calling.
I don't see it. The Raiders are horrible, and Chargers should win this one easy.
Chargers need the win in order to stay in the AFC wildcard race, just because the schedule only gets tougher. They have Philadelphia and the Chiefs back-to-back weeks.
That's crazy. But yeah, man. Of course, I'm going with my Raiders, but they're going to lose. Sunday night football, of course, you and I will talk about in depth tomorrow on our show. But of course, we will talk about it a little bit right now. The 9-2 Broncos taking on the 3-8 Commanders. I don't know what we're going to preview tomorrow, but this should be a beating. Yeah.
Broncos should win this one. I really wish they could have flexed this out of prime time, but unfortunately, since CBS has the rights to Bills Steelers, it can't get flexed out of prime time. So unfortunately for us NFL fans, we got to deal with this game being on prime time.
It's going to be wonderful. And then, of course, Monday night, the 2-10 Giants taking on the 10-2 Patriots. Teran, this was a fun game in 2008 and 2012 Super Bowls, but this is not a fun game now on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, this one should be an easy Patriots win, and Patriots. It's only a matter of time before they lock up the AFC East crown. I want to say if they could lock it up this week if they win and the Bills lose. But again, that's just speculation right there. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and we'll see how it goes down, man. But of course, we'll be also tomorrow's show. We'll talk about Thursday Night Football, Cowboys, the 6-5 Cowboys, the 7-5 Lions. Talk all about that coming up tomorrow. But Teran, we have reached our time, man. That is that. We are out of here. 600 plus viewers again today. We appreciate you all as kickoff is already underway for the game, if you will, with Michigan, Ohio State. So, Teran, we've had ourselves a great time today, a great time on air. Anything else you want to mention? Any other football-related stuff you want to throw out there before we're out of here, man?
Yeah, Rutgers Penn State actually has some meaning. The winner will go bowling, and the loser will be sitting on the couch at home. So, a little underwhelming matchup, but underrated. My underrated, underwhelming matchup.
Underrated, underwhelming. Well, awesome stuff there, man, today. Let ourselves some fun. Let's see who wins in this 3C2A championship or, move forward. I just got to say, man, let's go Wrestlers. I am really pulling for these guys this year in the 3C2A. I want to see them win it. Even Saddleback, too. I don't know. I like them both. But as of right now, it's just the Wrestlers, man. I'm really pulling for these guys to do something. We'll see how it goes. And I'm also just very interested in seeing with what's going on with Max Prince. Again, I do believe come next week, Bishop Gorman should be the outright champion after everything. This is the right thing to do. And there you have it. So other than that, man, I mean, it's been a fun show as always. Thank you for joining us today, everybody. You guys have been awesome. Enjoy some football today. Big shout out again to everybody. Today, of course, we got a fun one. Los Alamitos, Dan Clemente, Division II Southern Section Final. Teran, are you going to be in the house?
Yes.
Teran's going to be there tonight. Who are you taking to that game, by the way?
I'm taking Los Alamitos. I already made this game, I already made this prediction elsewhere on the record, but I'm taking the Griffins.
I think the Griffins are it's going to be a hell of a game. I know that, but it should be a lot of fun. So that's going on today. Congratulations to all of the champions out there in CIF and everywhere else. Pacifica, they won in Division 3. I think I forgot who else played. I think Division 4 is over, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, San Jacinto takes on La Habra tonight. So they're from the Inland Empire. Congratulations to those guys. Let's see what they can do. But yeah, Teran, great football everywhere, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Catch these. Get involved with high school. Learn a little bit about them. Always fun stuff there. And there you have it, brother. So, with that said, for Teran Rodriguez, for me, your boy Larry B, we are signing off. We will see y'all tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, to recap the NFL, all these college games, and of course, give you the previews of Sunday, Monday, and Thursday Night Football for this next coming week. We will see y'all then. Until then, y'all, take care, and as always, God bless.
Peace. Right on.